Sales in cars, a dangerous mix. Drivers around the world have now found another way to kill and seriously injure. It's as dangerous and lethal as driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs. You might as well take your hands off the steering wheel and just daydream. Driving while using a cell phone is the same as loading a gun and firing it blindfold. If you use your cell phone while driving a car, it's very likely you will kill yourself or someone else. You are in fact like a lethal weapon waiting to be discharged. 10 years ago, it was not even a problem, yet it seems today that cell phones have taken over the world. They are the must-have item on every teen and young adult list. They have become an indispensable part of our lives. Our communication with each other, it seems, is now incomplete without a phone at our sides that may go off every few minutes. Cell phones have become smaller and more powerful and capable of distraction. You should never allow yourself to be distracted while driving. That means switching off the phone when you switch on the engine. Isn't it strange, though, that something that has been advertised as a device of safety and security has become a way of threatening our lives and endangering the lives of others? This is not simply scaremongering, it is a fact backed up by horrifying statistics. The use of cell phones while driving is killing and injuring us. The reason for this carnage is simple. We can't bear to leave a call unanswered even for a few minutes. We can't bear to be out of touch for the length of a journey. We even send texts while driving. Obviously, with such new technology, data on accidents is limited, and police do not always take cell phones into consideration when examining a crash scene. Nor are laws consistent everywhere. Yet an analysis of North Carolina police crash report says that their data indicated a statistically reliable increase in crash incidents with increased numbers of cellular phones over years. Would you play a computer game while driving a car? Of course you wouldn't. Would you try and cook a meal or play ball while driving? These things require both of our hands and our full concentration. Imagine someone trying to get your attention while you are engrossed in playing a computer game. You hardly hear them. You're not aware of anything other than the game in progress. We can only concentrate on few things at once. Driving a car requires our full concentration, our full awareness, alertness, and anticipation. Accidents can happen in the blink of an eye. It only takes losing focus for 1 second for the most serious fatalities to be caused. Many of us are used to having the radio on or listening to some music to help pass the time in a trip that can last for minutes or even hours. That too is a distraction, yet that distraction is only one way. It does not require you to think too hard or to use your hands to pick up a phone. It does not, for the most part, demand your attention or require you to interact or distract your attention from your primary goal, which is driving that car with all the attention it needs and deserves. A vehicle is a lethal machine capable of killing yourself and others. It is more than a ton of metal and complex engineering and machinery. When it is aimed at someone inadvertently or even at another vehicle, there will be a damaging impact. That impact is increased in ferocity by the amount of speed at which we travel. Do you know anyone who could survive a full impact with a car? Just close your eyes and think how you feel if your vehicle rolled out of the driveway on top of you. We get lulled into a false sense of security behind the steering wheel. We feel safe and removed from the realities of the world. Remove yourself from that illusion and things feel very different indeed. Stand, for example, beside a busy freeway. How safe do you feel then? We assume that every driver is paying his or her full attention to the road, yet even a short study will show you that many drivers are not just doing that. They are driving along with a phone clamped to their ears. They are talking and not concentrating on the road at all. They will not be able to react with the speed necessary to any situation that requires them to act quickly. An online test by an insurance company about stopping time shows that even a 20-year-old driving at only 30 miles an hour will have their stopping time increased by being on the phone. Using a cell phone while driving is illegal in many states and in many countries. It doesn't take great skills of analysis to deduce that if someone is sorting out a work problem on the phone, they are driving on autopilot. That puts everyone else on the road at risk. Add to that all the newest developments in technology. Cars will soon have all the same facilities as an office, so we will have and probably already have drivers sending emails and reading them as they drive along. Certainly, sending and receiving text messages is commonplace among motorists. Turn off the phone in the car. What is so important that it can't wait until you have pulled over? Even in emergencies, when cell phones have proved to be so useful when situations would mean that you must make or take that call speeding along the highway. A hands-free set is an option for those whose lives mean they cannot waste a moment's time while they are driving. As distracting as these are, at least they allow you to keep your hands on the wheel and your eyes on the road, where they are needed and where they belong. An accident doesn't have to be your fault, yet your reaction to it may well be the difference between you or someone else being injured or killed. How can you be expected to react quickly if your mind is on a business call or on arranging a date? Driving is a serious business, and the consequences can be very serious if you don't take proper care. Take care that using that cell phone doesn't land you in a police cell.